Welcome to Planning Nutritious Meals While Staying on Budget, Part 7 of the Menu Planning for Assisted Living course, brought to you by American Way University. My name is Angie Danielski, and our video segment will feature Krista Bly. In the 7th section of this presentation, we will continue the menu planning activity. We will review the menu from Sunday on Sample Menu 1 as a whole day after discussing each meal in the previous section. We will then move into the menu planning video where Krista discusses the entire weekly menu on Sample Menu 1. As we can see, with just looking at the Sunday menu, we need to pay close attention to what food groups are included at every meal to ensure the residents are getting the proper nutrients daily to maintain their health and wellness. Overall, for Sunday, a resident would consume 12 servings of carbohydrates. This includes 2 servings per individual item listed at each meal. The resident would also get 2 servings of protein, 2 servings of fruit, 2 servings of vegetables, and 2 desserts. Dairy is missing from all 3 meals. If a resident chose to drink coffee or tea at all meals, they would receive no dairy. According to dietary guidelines, a resident should be served 6 to 8 servings of grains, 4 to 5 servings of fruit, 4 to 5 servings of vegetables, 2 to 3 servings of dairy, and 3 servings, or 6 ounces, of protein. In the next slide, we will see a video of Krista reviewing the entire week for Sample Menu 1 more in depth. Please take a moment to review the entire menu for nutritional information and what should be included with each meal so that you can follow along. If you have not done so already, please view and/or print Sample Menu 1 as the attachment found under the Attachment tab to the left of your screen. Feel free to pause the video in order to complete this exercise.
There's cereal, very good. We need a protein. And there's cereal, which is a carbohydrate, and toaster strudel, which is a carbohydrate. So 2 carbohydrates and a fruit, but not any protein. No meat or eggs, yes, would be. Definitely you don't need 2 carbohydrates. A lot of simple carbohydrates, if you can't get, to incorporate some whole grain foods, try to limit at least the carbohydrates. You don't need 2 carbohydrates in one meal. You could do away with the toast. If you got the hash browns, it's the carbohydrate. And again, then you're talking to residents who like their meat and potatoes, and so you might, just kind of slip in some little changes here and there. Some of these things will make a difference in the cost, too, of the menu overall. So what about Saturday? There's cereal and cinnamon rolls. A lot of people are used to having bread and butter no matter what. You could just say, well, we ran out of rolls tonight, just once a week, They don't always, this was something we talked about in the last class, was they don't like to have to say no to the residents if they ask for something, and you don't always have to say like they were asking for seconds on something. You don't have to say, no, you can't have it, but we're out of that. If you're still hungry, I could offer you some fruit. Instead of saying no and then not offering another helping, because they don't always need another helping. And that gets into the nutrition part and how responsible are you for what they do have. And offering something else, but not necessarily having to say no. Some of these are going to be some changes that you're going to kind of have to play, everybody's different. Sunday lunch and Sunday dinner, there's mashed potatoes for lunch and there's French fries for dinner. So we got potatoes. Then if you wanted to even get an idea of how many potatoes are served during the week, potatoes, French fries, picnic potatoes, potato wedges, mashed potatoes, rolls, French fries, twice baked potatoes. Just a lot of potatoes. There's other choices besides just potato. Maybe even add another vegetable once a week and skip a potato, or add a brown rice. If you're so inclined to even look up in a cookbook how to make quinoa as a different type of a grain, it's very simple and can add some variety too. The ham sandwiches on dinner on the last day, Saturday night, there isn't a vegetable there. Some schools of thought consider pickles a vegetable, and I don't know if that's why pickles got on the menu there and why there isn't a vegetable, but I don't consider pickle a vegetable, so maybe that just got missed that day. There's Monday beef stew and buttered bread. That's the same thing. You probably got potatoes in the beef stew. Do you need another carbohydrate? And same with Wednesday, the goulash. There's potatoes in that, and then there's bread and buttered bread again. Well, it's an easy protein to add with breakfast. With English muffins, toast with, or even toast, English muffins, whatever, spread with peanut butter. Even if you have pancakes or waffles, add some peanut butter on it and then put the syrup on. At least you get some protein and it kind of stays with you a little bit longer than straight a white waffle, which is going to go right to your bloodstream, and then sugar. In Wednesday lunch, lasagna, tossed salad, garlic bread. Again, you've got bread and noodles. You know, that's a standby. Same with spaghetti and garlic bread, you know. And, you know, that's just, you know, like generational we're talking about. So if you try to do some of this stuff once a week, maybe, if you can get away with it, no, we ran out of bread today, you know. It's a fine line, you know, and trying to incorporate some new things here. And you can see on supper on Monday, French toast. I say you skip that altogether. Like, there's no protein in there, and at least there's some fruit, but no vegetable. So you had like cold cereal and toast and fruit for breakfast, and then you had French toast with syrup. And then for dessert that night, still on Monday, it's Jell-O with Cool Whip, which is another sweet food, and then peanut butter cookies. So that, you know, there's just a lot of things that we can look at to try to incorporate something different.
This concludes Part 7 of the American Way University training of Planning Nutritious Meals While Staying on Budget, Menu Planning for Assisted Living.